these conferences, they've come out with a new product. I think it's more it sounds like it's a catch up because it sounds like a SaaS product. So you kind of make it sound like it's a new product in the sense that their existing product was a very old product. So I guess that's how you would probably think about it. But how would you compare? Actually, let's not compare. But like, have you used their product or any of their products in the past?
Well, I'm familiar with their product. I've done a little consulting work with them, so I have to be very careful of what I say can and say. Please understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. So just whatever you can share.
Yeah, I'll preface that by saying the following. Number one, they've been in the news lately. I suspect if you've been tracking them, you've been tracking the latest. So it looks like there's been a shift in terms of their investor and private equity. Look, you said it, quite eloquently when you said in some way, shape, or form they're one of the old dogs. They've kind of remorphed themselves several times over the last 15 years. I'm going to say, with the acquisition of Simon, which was probably one of their bigger moves. I don't know how long ago that was, but that was a pretty big move. And they've gone through executives and they've changed, and they do. Corbett is, from my perspective, a new pivot in terms of a new software offering. I hear good things about it. From what I've seen, it looks quite impressive. It may be considered a bit of a catch up, but depending on which lens you're looking at, it appears that they're here on a mission and they're trying to get to another level. As I said, being in the industry as long as they have, they've had their ups and downs. I know most of the folks there. I like most of the folks there. I think they've got some talent. Corbett is relatively new, so I don't really have much more to say other than it is definitely a catch-up, but it's a product that I think can compete in the marketplace. The one good thing, of course, is that RMG has a reputation already. And again, I don't say that negatively. I say that positively in terms of, they've got the scars on the back to say that they've been through the wars and they're still standing, which, believe me, in this industry means a lot. It really does. Everyone from even the Broadsigns of the world have had challenges over the last 10, 12 years. And those who are still standing, kudos to them. And so not going to RMG, even with this latest round of news, and I don't know, I've only read about it. I don't know specifically, what that means for the next 3 to 5 years, but they're still standing and they're still around and they still have the appropriate financing to grow.
Have you used are you familiar with their legacy product? I guess we call it that, like their older product.
The Simon product, yeah. That's the derivative of the acquisition with Simon. I have, again, part of their strength. I know not part of it. One of their strengths, and probably continues to be a strength, is they compete with Forwin, so they're in hospitality. CorpCom is a very big play for them as well. And of course, like I said earlier, as I painted with everyone's software, everyone has envisions retail as the next frontier. So I suspect that, that's probably where they want to go in terms of continued growth, right? So they've got their existing clientele that is being supportive of what they have done for the last 5 years well, and that's internal communications and CorpCom and some hospitality. And it appears that they're continuously trying to chase down, that big play being retail, which is not unlike some of the other software companies that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, so that's something, I guess what I'm wondering. I always, everybody's chasing retail because they think the pie is big enough for everybody to eat in. But I guess maybe the question I had related to that is that most sizable retail companies or institutions are going to have the 500 to 1,000 number